Welcome to the online meditation community for practitioners and those who love them. I'm Cindy Sharp, Director of Client Relations, and this is my partner, Becky Howlett, our Director of Attorney Wellbeing. Today would have been my mom's 91st birthday. Happy birthday, Betty Lou. I'll always miss her, but I'm grateful for the blessed memories. And speaking of memory, according to a 2019 scientific study, 8 weeks of meditation training can improve working memory. And this was just short little bits of meditation, not real lengthy meditation sessions. So imagine the effect if you meditate consistently for months on end, like we have. Well, I'm ready for a little self-improvement.
Thanks, Cindy. And that's so funny because I saw this morning that I can never pronounce his last name correctly, but Noam Chomsky, it's his 92nd birthday today. So that's so cool. And actually, I had slated for us to do a loving kindness visualization. So that just goes right along with your mom's birthday. So I'd invite everyone now to get a nice comfortable position wherever you are. Just take a nice comfortable seat here. You can roll your shoulders back and down. Close down your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Just sit here with a nice straight spine. You can allow your palms to rest on the tops of your thighs. Just feel your feet ground into the earth here. Before we begin today, let's just go ahead and do a couple deep cleansing breaths together. So go ahead and take a deep inhale in through both nostrils, really fill up here. And sigh it out the mouth, release. Let's go ahead and do one more of those deep cleansing breaths together. So go ahead and take a deep inhale in, really feel that 360 expansion. And sigh it out the mouth, release. And let's just take a moment now to tune into our physical bodies. Becoming aware of how we feel in this moment, noticing any physical sensations we may be experiencing. Bring your awareness to your breath and breathing normally here. Just notice and observe the quality of your natural respiration rate. How slow or fast you're breathing. How deep or shallow. And finally, bring your conscious awareness to your state of mind. And again, without judgment, just notice and observe how active or inactive your mind is. If and when a thought inevitably arises, just witnessing it, observing it from a distance, but then ultimately letting the thought go. Now transitioning into our loving kindness visualization, just bring your awareness back into your body now. Just noticing how your breath moves in your body. Maybe noticing the slight rising and falling of your belly or your chest as you breathe. And just allowing this nurturing, healing breath to fill us up And just be here in this present moment where you are here, alive and whole. Now bring to mind an image of a person who's been loving and kind to you. Allow this to be someone who easily invokes feelings of love and warmth. It could be a spouse or a parent, a family member, a mentor, or even a close friend. Just call to mind someone who makes you feel safe and whole. And now imagine that they are sending you the sentiments, may you be happy, healthy, and whole. May you be protected from harm and free from fear. May you be alive, engaged, and joyful. May you experience inner peace and ease. May you have love, warmth, and affection. Just imagine this person, visualize them close to you, receiving your wishes, your whispers of goodwill. And feel how it feels to wish this person well, to have these feelings emanate from you. Now imagine them wishing these same things to you. May you be happy, healthy, and whole. May you be protected from harm and free from fear. May you be alive, engaged, and joyful. May you experience inner peace and ease. May you have love, warmth, and affection. And imagine them close to you now, feeling their presence as you let these well wishes, these feelings wash over you. And allow these feelings of unconditional love to grow within you, knowing that this person extends these wishes without any condition. It's just freely given. These feelings of safety and warmth. And just knowing in our heart that there's nothing you need to do to deserve these well wishes. And now see if you can extend these same heartfelt feelings for yourself. May I be happy, healthy, and whole. May I be protected from harm and free from fear. May I be alive, engaged, and joyful. May I experience inner peace and ease. May I have love, warmth, and affection. Just allow these feelings to permeate and fill you up. This positive, unconditional love extended from this person you're close with, and then extending it, this unconditional love, to yourself. And bring your awareness back into your physical body now. Just noticing how this practice has made you feel. And bring your awareness to your breath. And just notice how your breath moves in your body. And finally, bring your awareness to your state of mind. Just observe without judgment how often your brain produces a thought. Just letting go of any thoughts that arise. Just gently guiding yourself back to your breath, back to this perfect present moment. And before we close today, take a moment to have gratitude for yourself. Some aspect of you show yourself unconditional love and loving kindness. Just take a moment mentally to say thank you to yourself. Allowing these feelings of appreciation and gratitude to fill us up. And set an intention to take this unconditional love, this relationship with yourself, and carry this into your day. Remembering always to be kind and gentle and compassionate with ourselves. And when you're ready, you can slowly blink your eyes open and come back.
Thank you, Becky. That was just a fabulous meditation. So let's take a moment to ourselves, process it in writing, write down a few ideas, and then we'll talk about it.
And hopefully everyone's had a few moments to process today's experience. So how did today's meditation go for you?
This was kind of interesting because I forgot that I used your meditation technique on Saturday. So when we started doing this one, it flashed back to me that I went for a 30-minute MRI, and it wasn't in the tunnel one. It was like an open one, but you're kind of enclosed and you're sitting up, and they put a bar like in front of your forehead so you can't like move. And I had this, I'm a little claustrophobic, so that's why I went for the open MRI, but I still felt like I was trapped, and I felt like I just wanted to bolt. And you're not supposed to move for 30 minutes, and so I was a little freaked out. And then I started to use your visualization, and I heard Becky's voice, and Becky was leading me in my visualization. And because it was 30 minutes, I did a lot. I mean, I was like, first I was, when we were in a mountain recently, I went through all the different flowers I've been in the past. I mean, I just really had to calm myself. And I thought, wow, if it wasn't for this last 6 months of training, I don't even know what I would have done in those 30 minutes. It was just crazy. I was like, oh, thank goodness for Becky and Cindy.
I'm literally crying after hearing that.
And I can't believe I forgot to say that when we first got in this morning. And then the minute we started with this, I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to tell them about the MRI experience. So thank you so much.
So meditation does improve your memory, short term and long term.
Yeah, but it didn't improve my memory this morning. I forgot to tell you about it. Till just, now. So I didn't really concentrate a whole lot on my, what you wanted us to do today. I did a little bit, but I kept on flashing on, I've got to tell them about the MRI experience.
Well, and you thanked us, Carol, but just like we did in this meditation, like you and Susan need to be thanking yourselves because you are the ones who show up here to every session and do the work. And so that's why you had that foundation to draw on. So proud of you guys. That is such a cool story. I love it. How about you, Susan? How was today?
Today was really excellent. I love, sorry, is this noise very loud? The beeping. I love the whole notion of a loving kindness meditation. And I don't think if I've ever heard one before, or if you've done one before, I don't recall. But I loved it. And I'm just I really loved the words that you used, having to do with evoking someone else and showing loving kindness to myself. And it was very easy to go deep fairly quickly, because when you focus on love and loving kindness, it centers you very, very quickly. So I thought it was terrific. And I just keep thinking, wow, like you're one of the best vocal meditation leaders I've ever heard.
And you're not the first that she's heard. So,
She's the first that I've heard, and you're the best, Becky.
She's very good. And so Susan, knowing that you loved this meditation, then you were going to be so happy that the theme of our February 11th quarterly retreat is loving kindness. And so we're going to be talking about, Becky and I are going to have a little meeting after this meeting, and we're going to talk part of our meetings about like the offer that we're going to make for people who register early. So we'll keep you posted on that.
Beautiful.
Yes, because as you know, this is a community for legal practitioners and those who love them. And since the retreat's right around Valentine's Day, we're probably going to be, making some corny marketing. But I think it would be amazing if we could get, your spouses or, your kids, Susan, in here to practice with you. And just what you were saying about how, it was so easy to drop so deeply. I think you're picking up on the fact that the loving kindness, it's really a heart opener, and so that's just so cool to hear, like, how easy it was for you. And yes, great. And we haven't even done the full one because obviously we're limited on time here, but it really gets in even deeper, and I think a lot just really evoking some really cool concepts that we've talked about before, like extending unconditional love perhaps to somebody who we don't agree with or see eye to eye on things. And it's just such a powerful practice when you do it for that. So yay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I started out because, of course, my mom's on my mind, and in a good way. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. But and as we fell into the thinking about how that person made you feel protected, my first thoughts were, well, I actually didn't always feel so protected. In fact, I often felt emotionally abused. And then what I did is I shifted into the forgiveness that I was able to bring into my life. I guess Carol, I was able to shift into Carol, what I was saying about my my experience with the meditation. I just started. It was that at first when we talked about unconditional love, I was my mother, and I was thinking, when Becky said being protected, I didn't always feel protected. And my mom had some issues, some emotional issues that were never addressed. And so then what I shifted into was that about 3 or 4 years before she passed away, I had learned to draw the boundaries and realize that it wasn't me. And then I was able to really translate things into her unconditional love, because she did love me purely and conditionally or unconditionally, even though she didn't always express it so well. And so I made a lot of notes. And so then what my thought process, or what I was shifting into during the meditation, was that feeling all, sending her back the love that I've felt. But then also the love, the unconditional love that so many people have for me in my life, and that's including myself. And I realized that really, until I was able to work it out, that the issues about my mom, that she did the best she could with what she had, then I was able to stop being so hard on myself. And so now in my life, when I screw up, which is really quite often on a daily basis, then the edges are rounder in the terms of like, oh, well, too bad. Still love me. I don't even think about it. It's just like, oh, too bad. So anyway, that's my what the meditation meant for me today.
Thanks for sharing that, Cindy. I'm not going to comment because I'll probably start crying.
Cynthia?
Yes.
What you said resonated with me because I also was thinking about my mother during the meditation. And there were times that she had, harsh edges or harsh expressions when the kids were growing up. And but then mostly when I was in my 20s and later, it rounded out for her. And also my comprehension of it, my mantra in life often became, they're doing the best that they can. And sometimes when I look at my own foibles. I forgive myself quickly because I say I'm doing the best that I can. And once that became a mantra that I live with, I mean, not everything in life is forgivable, don't get me wrong, but many things are, especially for people that you love, and including oneself and people that love you. You know, everybody is doing the best that they can under the circumstances. So even though sometimes my mind would bounce to those moments when I felt chastised or less than, you know, with my relationship with my mother, but then I would just bounce to, you know, she was always doing the best that she knew and the best that she could. And then I evolved my own loving kindness moment to times when probably her life was easier and our relationship was so much smoother and more loving and more kind. So that resonated with me, what you said. I think a lot of it has to do with our own perspective, and eventually we grow up and we stop pointing fingers and blaming other people.
That's it. That's exactly what it is, Susan. That's from my perspective anyway. And just, I think we had shared this before, but Susan's mom passed away, I think it was 4 days after mine did, to the day. And so it was just like one of those wow, wow, wow. I mean, thinking about it now just takes me back to all we really supported each other so seriously during that time. My mom's death was expected, and Susan's was absolutely unexpected and shocking. So anyway, well, I consulted with the works of one of the preeminent philosophers of the 20th century for words of wisdom about memory. And here's what Dr. Seuss had to say. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. May you recognize the value of each moment until we meet again. See you on Wednesday, December 9th at noon. In the meantime, don't forget, just
breathe.
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone.